spend a lot of
And I
time
knew
animating
that.
those
It
Otome
was just
games.
kind of like...
But it almost looked worse than like what they put
Yeah,
out now.
like, I was just like, God, this is so bad.
Yeah, it was like Fairy Force 5, kind of.
Yeah.
Nick's favorite anime?
Oh yeah, dude. That's what I'm talking about.
Fairy Force 5. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Anime Summit Podcast. It's your favorite host of the most, I'm the Bomb. And of course with me every week is Danny Hoot Nanny. No tear.
I was doing that TikTok.
No Though where she like hits her elbow on the bedpost. Yeah.
I don't know any of this.
Yeah. No tear, Nick.
I know the TikTok lady. My cat went into a box. Haha. I don't even know how they fucking do that shit. You know what I'm talking about? The robot lady? The voice?
What the hell are you talking about?
Are you talking about
The
Siri?
generic TikTok voice.
Oh, like where it's like when they're where they make like the automated things.
I went to the market and this happened.
Yeah. I hate that so much. That's why I don't download TikTok, because like I will be on it all the time watching dumb shit.
Oh yeah, dude, I can't even trust that shit. Plus, it's that, you know what? That's the real virus trying to send us.
I'm I'm already like starting to do it on YouTube and Facebook because now they have those short reels now, and I'm like, fuck.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be great.
Yeah. Anyway,
I hope YouTube Shorts are really funny. They just repost them to TikTok or vice versa. So whatever.
Yeah. Shout out Nikki Cass. Okay, here we go.
McGabagool.
Nicole.
What does he say? His what's his private parts called again?
The peachy deal.
Piece to real.
Oh yes, so the blacky blue. Anyway, I totally lost my train of thought. Nikki Cass is so funny. You guys just need to watch Nikki Cass on YouTube. Okay, no, seriously, dude. This week we're talking about Romantic Killer on Netflix. Netflix review. Some people we did mention this on our seasonal ups previously, of how we wanted to cover it, and then we were like, oh, it's a Netflix thing. We can watch it on Netflix. Netflix produced it. Even has its own little Netflix opening card in the beginning. All that good stuff. I thought it was a really nice show. There was a lot of people in our Discord who were like, man, are you guys watching this? And I was like, yeah, dude, we're going to cover it because it's a Netflix thing and we want to cover more Netflix stuff. And yeah, we're going to cover it this week. So we watched it, of course, 12 episodes. And yeah, let's talk about it. Okay, well, we will tell you when we enter the spoiler section of the review. So you can listen to this first part and then... I'm going to cut, and then you guys can stop it right there if you need to. Or if you've already seen it, then don't worry about it. That being said, let's get started. links.animesummit.net. You son of a bitch. All right. That's where you can find all the fucking links and shit. My favorite link on there, of course, is Discord. Join the Discord right now. And you can be a part of Manga Book Club, talking about cats. We post pictures of our food, our pets, talk about anime, talk about manga. Manga Book Club is really fun. They meet every Sunday. And actually, I don't think they voted for December yet, right?
No. We still have... We just got finished with Sakamoto Days. And then...
And it was okay.
So it's just Golden Kamuy Volume 4 and 6 for November 27th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
done.
we're at the end of this
6,
month already.
Yeah,
I will be
we'll
sure...
Be voting, we'll be voting for short term soon.
It's the perfect time to join because you can vote.
Yeah, so I will...
But if you vote, you have to come.
Oh yeah, if you vote, you have to show up.
You have to
yeah,
show
if you vote,
up.
you got to show up.
Also, like, try to show up for others if you can.
Or at least you have to like read it and text your thoughts. You know what I mean?
Because like the point of Manga Club is even
if you can't make it, that's okay. But
yeah, but the point of Manga Club also is to like hopefully join other meetings as well, even if you didn't vote for them, in in hopes of discovering new manga, things like that. So if you do vote and you show up for only that one time, that's fine. But don't make a habit of just like constantly just voting and then reading that one if it gets and then not showing up. For
and
any
make sure
others.
You vote for the one I picked.
No,
don't listen
do
to
that.
fucking
Don't
Nick.
listen. Nick is doing.
I shred the other ballots.
He's collusion. Also, we talked about doing a show swap and how we wanted to announce the shows ahead of time so you guys can watch it. That episode is going to come out January 6th. Okay, and Nick is trading Kaiba to
Not
me.
a great day.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have another release day.
Yeah. Nick is trading me Kaiba, and I finally told Nick, I finally found one. I want Nick to watch Strike Witches because it's one I really like, and it came out 2008, and I really like the concept. I think Nick will like it just because Nick needs to watch more Battle Girl stuff.
Is it like an academy show? Are they an academy?
They're like, it's like a military kind of like training, boot camp thing, but then they end up
It's
fighting.
like
of
your
course,
Girls
you know.
in Panzer.
It's like, actually, it kind of is like Girls in Panzer. I think is a little better.
There was another show that had witches with guns or something. It was a recent one. Anyway, yeah.
Well, there is
had a really cool opening.
Izetta the Last Witch. That was I loved that. I loved Izetta.
That was kind of cool. It might not have been witches. Oh, I think it was magical girls. They had like giant weapons or some shit.
Oh, like Assault Lily Bouquet.
Yep, that was it. That's
Assault Thighs. I love Assault Thighs. My favorite. Assault Thighs.
Yuck.
So yeah, Kaiba and Strike Witches. Okay, watch both.
Sam,
of
we
those.
we gotta do our ritual as we swap them.
What's the ritual?
So like the day the day of that episode, we gotta be like, we're gonna swap it. Hold out your tongue. We're swapping shows. The spit string is gonna connect our. We're gonna be connected by the spit string of fate, just like in Your Name.
Just like in Your Name, dude.
It's not the red ribbon; it's the spit string.
Oh,
Fucking nasty.
boy.
All right. Yeah. So watch watch Strike Witches and Kaiba if you want
And
to.
they're both from the same year, I think, 2008.
Yeah, I was like not thinking.
I think Kaiba is on a bunch of different. What services are? I mean, Crunchyroll.
We also tried
They
to
change all the time. Kaiba is free on Tubi TV, Pluto TV, Peacock, and Amazon Prime Video, and also on Crunchyroll.
Oh, I love Tubi TV. Thank God. Okay.
Strike Witches. It's a bunch of other. Whatever. We'll be fine.
But anyways, watch those two. If you want. That being said,
Crunchyroll for that, and Funimation, I guess.
And Patreon.com/Anime Summit. Become patron today. Give Honey Bear some freckles. Okay, listener question of the week, Nick.
Oh, dude, I literally don't have the document open. Did you guys share it?
Okay, I'll say it.
Yes,
What
I
are some of
did.
your What are some favorite foods that must be present at any holiday gathering? Because by the time you listen to this, it'll be the day after Thanksgiving, and you're having Thanksgiving leftovers. You dumb son of a bitch. So tell us, what foods must be present at any holiday gathering? Even if it's not Thanksgiving. What are you eating at Christmas? What are you eating at Hanukkah? What are you eating at Halloween?
Milk steak.
What are you eating at Valentine's Day? I know what I'm eating.
Eggnog.
I know what I'm eating on Valentine's Day.
Pussy.
Nope. Further back.
Further back. Back in the old days, they just smelled like poop. They didn't know how to clean back then. They just washed with the body's natural sweat. That's how they washed.
Nick, you didn't know. That's because you don't know what you're doing, Nick, dude. You don't know what you're doing down there.
Yeah, I hose down every day. I'll have you know.
Growing up in an Asian and Mexican house, we still did really traditional Thanksgiving holiday kind of stuff. But a lot of the time we do have rice, like just white rice, like just because even sticky rice sometimes, because like me and my dad and my brother are like, no, we need rice, like we need sticky rice. But like, probably rice is like we'll always have rice.
Well, what a boring answer, Sam.
But like, everyone has like their favorite side dishes, right? Sorry. And like, we're so Asian that we're just like, God, we need rice with this. Rice. So we just
rice pudding.
get rice.
Oh.
What about you guys?
Rice paper.
Nick
All right,
probably
stuffing,
needs his saltine
stuffing.
crackers.
Yeah, those are pretty good. No. You do stuffing and turkey and mashed potatoes and gravy and the beans.
That's
the
too
bean
flavor.
dish.
That's too much flavor for
No,
you. You need
And
like
you smish
you need the
you
very
smish them all
bland
into
white
a
people
buttered
food.
bun, Danny. You make a sandwich out of it. And then you have turkey soup after that.
Turkey. Oh yeah.
The day after you like put all the shit into a
boil
pot.
the carcass, put some shit in
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, and there's the berry sauce. Cranberries?
Cranberry sauce.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's a must for me.
Cranberry.
Like, so this year, we're going to James's grandparents' house, and he told me what the list of like food that she's going to make, and there was no cranberry sauce, and I'm all like, oh, well, I guess I have to go bring my own. So
The hell, dude?
I'm bringing my own.
That's fucked up, Danny.
Right?
Yeah, what the fuck is your
nerve.
problem, Danny?
What? What? Why is it my problem?
Oh, wait, whose fault was it?
James's grandma.
Oh, okay, my bad. I wasn't listening. Dude, okay, everyone yell at James's
Danny
grandma.
hates your grandma.
But actually,
That's
that's
not
elder.
nice.
That's elder abuse. So everyone yell at Danny in by proxy.
I'm actually going to start applauding.
Wow.
I encourage the abuse of elders.
All I
I'm just
know is
kidding.
that if there's gonna be grits there, I'm leaving.
What's wrong with grits?
I don't know if I've ever had
Grits
grits.
are so gross.
What is grits?
It's-
Disgusting. That's what it
it's-
is.
Okay, you boil.
It's a southern thing, but
Yeah, you boil corn down, and you boil it down for like.
No, it's
a
not even
couple-
corn. No.
That's
It's
what
not,
grits
it's
are.
not corn. Grits isn't corn. Grits is like a grain kind of thing.
don't make me Google this. It's like oatmeal or something.
Yeah,
All right,
it
whatever,
really looks
fuck
like
it.
oatmeal. It's not corn,
right.
Sam.
Collard greens are really good, though. I forgot to mention that. That's more of like a fried. You put that with fried chicken, right? Collard greens. I've done that. That's fucking good.
I don't.
Put
I
like a
don't
little
know.
bacon in there. Whoo! All right, we're done. Next question, Danny. Do your thing.
Okay, sorry.
This is an anime podcast.
No. Hold on a second. I was on mute while I was screaming that whole time. Grits are corn. Like they're literally made from ground corn.
Mm,
All right, that's
well,
fine.
We won't have this grits debate.
I'll settle this.
There's no
Corn
debate.
bread.
I'm literally telling you facts. Like
What do you
there's
think
no
of
debate.
corn bread?
Cornbread's
You-
good.
You can't debate facts, by the way. Grits are corn. Anyway,
Facts don't care about your feelings, Sam.
Oh my
they really don't tell it to me. Tell it to Danny, who believes that it's just like flour or something. Like
I'm
like,
not. I don't think it's flour. I think it's just disgusting.
It's made from corn. Anyway,
It's
see my cousin
nasty.
see my cousin Vinny if you've never seen that movie.
I
Grits grits actually play
I love
huge
that
part.
scene with the huge
Grits
ass
actually-
tub of lard that.
Lard's healthy.
it actually plays a huge part in that movie. So like anyway,
Everybody subscribe to Quook on YouTube.
anyway, let's do it.
That
Waifu,
dude is awesome. He makes some good ass food.
grits are corn. Waifu and husbando, Danny.
Waifu is Anzo Hoshino and Husbando is Tsukasa Kazuki.
Yes, the main character is the waifu, and one of the main guys is the husbando.
Kazuki, that's the hot dude, right?
I am a Kazuki stan.
I am team.
Oh, that's the hot
Kazuki.
guy. Yeah,
I am team.
I like junta.
I am team Kazuki. Nope, team Kazuki.
Isn't a junta like a South American
Junta.
fucking? Isn't a junta like a South American fucking military or something?
No.
All right. Anyway,
Anyways, I don't know how to come from
Yeah.
that. So let's just go in.
yeah, it is. It is. I'm right.
Anyway, yeah, romantic killer.
It's a coup, pretty much.
12 episodes.
It's a military government.
Studio Domerica, directed by Kazuya Ichikawa. He did that one rugby fire something Shakunetsu Kabaddi. Monster Strike, Flying Witch Petite.
Oh, kabaddi. That's where they have to yell kabaddi when they play.
Yeah, it's a weird.
not-
That's a weird.
That's
one.
not what
dude.
that's not what happens.
Fucking weird game, dude.
Yeah, a lot of these other ones he did are not
Baseball.
are not super like big, but like yeah, this one arguably is probably his best one. Music by Ryo Kawasaki and Tomoyuki Kono. Script by Hiroko Fukuda and Sayuri Oba. Series composition by Sayuri Oba. Character design by Arisa Matsuda. Curious to see what else she's done as well. She also worked on Burning Kabaddi. Okay. And Pokemon Generations, Punchline, Romantic Killer.
Did we say the mangaka yet?
I'm getting there. You should.
Wataru Momose.
Okay, I was already doing it. See, this is why you don't.
Okay.
This is why you let me do it because
Okay.
you fuck it up, and now I have to
Just
do
edit
it
me
over.
out. Edit me out.
Nope, I'm gonna leave it in there so people know what I deal with
All right.
every fucking week. I hate
Edit
my
me
life.
back in. Edit me back in.
Based on the manga See, look, you already got me fucked up. Based on the manga, Romantic Killer by Wataru Momose, which is like the only thing it looks like they've worked on. It's 4 volumes, 39 chapters. It's finished, and I believe it was 20. I think it came out
2019.
2019. Okay, hell yeah, 2019. And then Shonen Jump Plus is where you can read it. So on the app, if you have the app.
This is on Netflix.
And this is on Buttflix.
The show, which we mentioned.
Yes, it is a Netflix produced thing, so you can watch it all on Netflix right now. Yeah, dude. So that's some of the production info for you. I don't really know too much about the background info of like the history of when they announced it or when they were gonna. I haven't been on the newscast in a while. Otherwise, I probably would have more info for you.
I mean, it recently came out.
It recently,
so.
It literally just came out. Yeah, so like it
October 27th.
It technically is like fall, quote unquote, right? So, it was on Jump Plus from 2019, the summer of 2019 to summer of 2020, and yeah, Studio Domerica. What else have they done? That's what I want to know.
The World Ends With You.
Oh wow.
7 Nights Revolution, Hero Successor.
They have not done.
They
a
haven't
lot
done
yet.
a lot. They did Pokemon
They've done 2
Generations
TV.
in 2016. That's it.
Okay, Flying Witch.
This is pretty much their first show.
So the same director did some of these. Okay, he did Flying Witch Petite in the 7 Nights one too. So, okay, so arguably this Romantic Killer one is there.
This is the first one they've done solo. The other one was Light & Films.
Oh, okay. And arguably, this is probably one of the best ones that they've put out. Then, or
I mean, it's
the
like,
only.
Yeah, it's the only one.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway,
it's the best and the worst.
it's the best and the worst. Yeah. You know what, dude? So then let's do this. Basically, the plot.
Let's do the AAA thing. Okay, I'm gonna be Mitsugi. Sam, you can be Mason.
Anyways,
and,
I'm gonna move on now.
Danny, you're gonna be.
Nope, I'm gonna move on. So Anzu Hoshino needs only 3 things in her life: video games, chocolate, and her cat, Momohiki. Unlike other high school girls, she has no time or interest in romance. That as she begins playing a poorly programmed 3D Otomoe game, a bizarre flying wizard named Riri emerges from the screen and calls Anzu Subject 1, the first person who will experience a dating game harem storyline in real life. And so this wizard takes away her 3 basic needs: video games, chocolate, and her cat, and basically injects like really dumb romance anime tropes into her life to basically like fall in love because
It's the government mandated partner.
it's not government mandated.
Pretty much.
But
It
like,
is. No, they said they came from the government.
No, because
The
they're from
theory.
a different world. So like anyway,
I know, but they came from the government. The government is like Men in Black. They're involved in many supernatural phenomena.
I don't remember that part. But anyway,
Close to the end, they talked about a company.
I know, but they didn't say
Okay.
anything about the government.
There is no government. It was just a
Yeah,
company.
yeah. Nick is the one saying that. Why are you telling me? Okay, anyways, you guys
It's
are
a
fucking me
state-run
up.
company.
Anyways,
Nick,
so
be quiet.
So they basically they have these situations happen where these hot guys walk into Anzu's life, and it literally plays these really really bad romance anime tropes like literally play out, and they get pointed out hilariously, and it's really funny. I that's the premise. It's just really funny, and it happens to be to the fact where like Kanzuki, probably the hottest guy. Then I think I'm Team Kanzuki, and Junta move in with her, and they cohabitate the 3 of them together, because they also do that anime trope where the parents leave her alone.
Yeah.
But like they're not unseen, which is nice, and they actually do come back later. But like,
It was funny. They're like, I was restationed in America. Wait, don't you work for the post office?
Yeah.
yeah, like, yeah. It's like that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, but yeah, hilarious, very hilarious. So yeah, that is basically what happens. And then the whole anime, the 3 of them are trying to live and be like, what the fuck, what do we do? and it's really funny. And the whole time, Anzu is trying to like avoid. She wants to avoid.
Oh yeah, her revenge against the fairy is to not fall in love.
Yeah, the wizard.
The wizard. I
Riri
the fairy.
Riri the wizard. Oh well, they
Which
fly
Riri
around.
can also turn into a human.
Yeah, and then can also turn into. So like they are kind of like a little genderless creature, but like they can turn into like a female version, human form of themselves, or a male version of themselves, and they are the ones like doing these tests or experiments on her to help her fall in love because she's all she cares about is video games.
Well, they directly state they need to increase the birth rate in Japan.
They do say that, yeah.
Yeah,
due to the
and
decline.
I'm thinking to myself, okay, how about you let them work less than 60 hours a week?
Yeah, yeah, right, yeah.
It's like, holy shit, dude.
Also,
Fix your fucking culture.
That's true. But like, so yeah, it ends up being just like a fucking comedy. It ends up being Three's Company, except the other way around, where it's instead of one guy and two girls, it's one girl and two guys. And
yeah, they Eiffel Tower it pretty much.
Yeah, and
reverse harem.
And it's pretty funny. I think it's pretty good. What are your guys' initial thoughts going into the first couple eps there? What did you guys think?
I think it's pretty great. It's definitely not, like that, especially when they get to the point on where they start, like Junta and Kazuki start living with Anzu. It's not like that creepy kind of thing like in Girlfriend or any of those other like harem kind of shows where they all just live in one house and it's just not tasteful at all. Anzu, clearly she's like, nope, I'm not like falling in love. Like, this is not, I just want my cat back and my chocolate and my video games. Like, that's all I want.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's funny that you bring up Girlfriend because that's exactly one of the things where it's like when we did our first impressions of it and read the plot or whatever, and it was just like, oh god, Japan, like fuck
literally
off. Like,
it's just like that that whole
this stupid anime romance
it's so
bullshit
dumb.
where
like that kind of romance shit is stupid, and that is not something I like in romance.
And also it was like a very like botched representation of like actual polyamory and made it look really bad.
Yeah.
Well, they're high schoolers. They don't even they're too shy to do anything. So
yeah, and it's really dumb. So like
everybody was getting cucked except the girl.
But that's what I like about Romantic Killers because it literally makes fun of like all of these really dumb.
Yeah. It's
like,
it's also very predictable, which is so funny.
Right.
There's a value in being predictable. It doesn't have to surprise you. That's good.
Well, so, I mean, especially in the beginning, like a lot of like the coincidental kind of scenarios.
Yeah, all the tropes came out.
Yeah,
But that's why it was funny because it was done in front of you. It was displayed in front of you by the wizard. Mm-hmm. He was like, "Oh yeah, no, I did that on purpose."
Yeah.
They kind of poke fun of it, but they don't really deconstruct it or anything, which is fine. But
yeah,
they're not like. They're poking fun of it, but they're still doing it. So it's like, we know we're doing this, but we're going to still do it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I was going to say, Nick, what were you going to say? What was your initial thoughts when you started it?
It was fun. I watched the dub. I'm sure Danny watched the dub.
I did.
Probably. Sam, dub?
Sub.
Okay, sub. Good, because if we all watch a dub. So yeah, I liked Anzu. I like Riri. It's kind of a. Well, I mean, Riri's annoying, but kind of funny. I think some of the annoying characters are funny. Tsukasa and Junta. I mean, they're different enough because like Tsukasa's like the pretty. It's kind of like Ori Monogatari, right? Where you have the really pretty boy, and then you have the athletic boy, right? So there's the two types, and one of them's a childhood friend, and the other one is like the new squeeze. Even though there's no squeeze, this isn't Batman, but yeah, so, and then Riri has her girlfriends, too, which, actually, no, does Riri have a lot of girlfriends? Because she's kind of a shut-in to start the show, right?
Riri's the wizard.
No, sorry, I didn't mean Riri, Anzu.
Anzu doesn't, she's got, like,
She has
a couple.
She has a couple of female friends, but her main squeeze, like, female friend is Saki.
And the the other two female friends that go to different high schools.
Yeah, from
Yeah.
Oh, and there's the third guy too. I forgot. The prince Hijiri
Yeah.
Kogane.
Which you see later, like halfway through. Yeah.
Yeah, so those are kind of the three guys vying for her attention. Actually, the other guy too, Makoto, he shows up at one of the, was it like a karaoke meetup or a dinner meetup?
Oh, Ryuya. Yeah, he was like one of her childhood friends. Yeah.
I thought it was me. Okay. Oh no, Ryu. Yeah, Ryu. Yeah. So there's a few different characters, but it's mainly the two guys, and the third prince guy is kind of like the almost comic relief a little bit.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I enjoyed the characters. I thought it was fun. To me, this is kind of this is like the base level of like what I want in a romantic comedy shoujo anime. It's to me, it was pretty good. It's not like going to be my favorite thing ever. It probably won't make my top 10 of the year, but I think it's still worth watching. If you like rom-coms and anime, I mean, definitely check it out. So, I would say that.
Okay. I thought I wasn't a big fan of the art style. Like, if you look at the manga looks way better. It's very, very, it's not bad. It's just very average. I think
it's like a new studio, so.
Yeah. The animation itself was decent. Sometimes in the middle, it felt like it kind of took a little dip.
That always happens with anime.
There is a lot of times where when something comedic happens, the character shapeshifts. So like the lines get really bold. They start doing some Looney Toony ass shit. And for example, Anzu, when she sees the cockroach in the house and she gets scared,
that was so
she does
funny.
like the Looney Tune run in place thing and then goes off, And, the lines get really bold, really colorful, and it's really funny when stuff like that happens. That is animated really nicely. It always looks really funny. It really works for this kind of, comedy that they've laid out. And it's always animated really nicely when it happens. So, but yeah, what did you guys think of the, I think you guys probably agree it's about average. Like the animation and art is,
Yeah, it might be like a tiny bit above average for a seasonal anime in terms of the animation and art. Maybe a tiny bit above, but not. Yeah, you're probably right. If we're just talking about the animation,
yeah, just in terms of like the character design is great. I think the character design itself is fine, but just the art style they chose to draw them in, like I don't know, sometimes some characters look weird standing next to each other, like Hajiri is drawn very nicely. His eyes are very, very otome, very big. And then I get the look they're going for. It's not totally weird, it's not off-putting, or anything, but I do kind of like that in a sense too, because Anzu is supposed to be kind of tomboyish and a little bit more, not rough, I guess, but a little more in terms
masculine.
Of a little bit more masculine, kind of. And so when her girlfriends stand next to her, it's very obvious that they're like to present more feminine. She doesn't like to wear makeup that much,
Yeah, because she was a gamer. She cared about was chocolate, games, and her cat.
Yeah, and
so yeah,
all of her clothes have cat things on them, like cats.
Yeah, she has no style, and
cats.
It's kind of funny because Kazuki takes her shopping.
That's one of my favorite
I
parts.
love that one. That one was my favorite too.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, cats, video games, and sweets. I'm like, she's just like me for real. Like, fucking cat face. I need more cat face clothes now. Like, I have to get more cat face clothes. But yeah, production wise, okay. The music is very on par for this kind of thing. It's not very.
Yeah.
It doesn't stand out, but fine for what they needed to present.
I don't think many rom-coms have great music. To be fair,
Fruits Basket does.
That's more of a drama, isn't it?
Still romance.
In the
It's a
beginning, the
rom-dram.
first season
It's a
is
rom-dram.
definitely more comedic, but I will agree that the music for Fruba, whenever something hilarious happens, is very good.
or something dramatic or
Yeah.
something,
Yeah.
romantic. Yeah. Okay. I think any final thoughts on any of that stuff before we move on to spoilerinos?
I'm actually looking at at some of the chapters of the manga right now, and a lot of it is in color, which is interesting. So
Yeah, I think because it counts technically as a web manga because it was only on Jump Plus.
right.
So I think they did it in color.
Yeah, like I'm already on chapter, like I'm not like actually like reading it. I'm just scrolling.
Okay.
And like yeah, I'm already at chapter 4 and it's all of it is in color. So
Jump does do like just colored pages, so like maybe it's black and white later. I don't know. I don't know how
no,
far
like
you-
I'm at chapter
Whenever they
typically-
touch hands,
so like
it
typically
turns into
they
color.
when they do like volume, at least by volume, maybe like a couple of pages of the first chapters in color. Like I'm already on chapter 4 and I'm practically by the end of chapter 4 and everything is in color. So I find that really interesting, and
like you swipe through the whole chapter.
I
and saw
swiped
that.
through the whole entire chapter and it's in color.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say because they do, chapter color pages, but yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Nice.
it's, I mean, I would say like animation wise, I would say it's pretty much the same. Like the manga versus the anime is definitely, it's okay.
Oh, they did keep to the manga style.
Yeah.
Very-
Yeah.
Okay, I'm looking at it now. Okay.
Yeah. So like everything is pretty much like faithful. So, I mean, honestly, I love the relationship that Anzu and Riri have. Like, I really enjoy Anzu beating the shit out of Riri. Like, I think my favorite part is when she knocks them with the frickin' frying pan.
Yeah.
That, I think that whole animation where sometimes Anzu is just going all ham and crazy and she's just kind of like bouncing through walls is pretty great. But I mean, overall, I think the animation is a bit average. Not like, I would say it is a little bit above average. Not like the greatest thing in the world, like you guys were talking about. So, but I really did enjoy watching it. I think honestly one thing negative that I didn't really care for was like the poorly animated video game that they were referencing.
Yeah, but that made it obvious it was a video
Yeah,
game.
no, I knew that.
And it was supposed to be like funny, I think.
Yeah, it was supposed to be kind
Yeah.
of bad because like they don't spend a lot of time
and I knew
animating
that.
those
It
Otome
was just
games,
kind
yeah.
of like,
But it almost looked worse than like
yeah,
what they put out
like I was
now.
just like, God, this is so bad.
Yeah, it was like Fairy Force 5 kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nick's favorite anime.
Oh yeah, dude. That's what I'm talking about.
Fairy Force 5. All right. What about you, Nick? Any other thoughts before we go into like
Nope,
some of the
that's
story?
it.
Okay. Yeah, dude. I mean, I'll say this. The first half of it kind of reminds me of. I'm just gonna leave Luna's meowing in here because it's relevant. But the first kind of half,
It's relevant.
The first couple parts of the show remind me of a manga called Cat and Gamer, which I really like because it's about a gamer and a cat, and 10 out of 10. But like, yeah, like that's one of her things that she obsesses over is like her cat, right? So, but yeah, it's really funny. Like obviously, like Kanzuki, like he was living in his apartment on his own, and then it gets flooded, and so he
Well,
ends up
first
staying
his
with her.
freaking phone breaks.
Yeah. It's just like a happenstance situations where she's run into him multiple times.
Yeah.
And then she runs away from the cockroach, and then he goes back to her house to help her
Which
kill
is
it.
censored by a cake.
Which is censored by a cake. Yeah, which is weird.
Oh, that was so funny.
And then like, you know, he stays the night because like there's a storm that's caused by the wizard. And then you know, after that his apartment gets flooded, so he's like, all right, can I stay at your place again? And it's like, oh shit, all right, fine. So that's like how that happens, right? And then a panty pervert is like robbing her mom's panties. And so she tries to chase him out the thing, and Junta, her childhood friend, stops him. And then his mom is like, okay, you should stay at her place because goddamn. Because, like, Kanzuki,
it's dangerous to live by yourself.
Yeah, and Kanzuki works after school sometimes. So, like, you know, that way there's always going to be someone with her or whatever because she's by herself because her parents dipped. And that's how that happens, right? And I think the middle of the show is really cool. And I know the production takes a small dip or whatever, but that's kind of why I like the middle of the show a lot. I know someone in our Discord said, like, you know, the middle of it was kind of mid. But what I liked about the middle of it is, like, I could literally watch a whole 26 episodes of them just hanging out, doing daily things.
Yeah.
Because the way they're written, you know what I mean? Like, the way Anzu's character is, the way Kanzuki's character is, and, you know, Junta's is like, it's... You know, the three of them hanging out is really fun to watch sometimes, and I don't know, I had a lot of fun just like watching them hang out and be friends. It's like it reminded me of good times with my friends. It reminded me of hanging out with the two of you, even though the two of you fucking drive me nuts every week. Like, you know, it's really fun, and maybe that's why I liked it so much. But like, it's kind of like me and Daniel were mentioning earlier, or when Nick mentioned it earlier, like when they go shopping. When her and Kanzuki go shopping, that's like it was just a really fun part to watch. You know what I mean? It was like, it's like the nice part, the nice parts before a horror movie, right? It's like, oh, this is really nice, you know, before it gets really fucked up or whatever. But yeah, what are some of your favorite parts of the show? You know what I mean? Like, I thought, what I like too, also, before I say anything, like there is like a climactic, like dramatic part that happens in the last two eps. And the clues of that were like sprinkled throughout the show, because one thing about Kanzuki is like a lot of girls like him, and he actively stays away from them because he's like, no, like, don't touch me, like, get away from me, you know?
Trauma.
So you're trying to ask us our favorite parts, then you go into another story.
Okay, well, shut up for a second because you're fucking me up. But like, you know, like,
you're fucking me up.
I know. I just thought I'd mention it real quick before I said anything.
We can mention it after. Okay.
No, shut up for a second. I'm already going. Shut up. So like, I like that they sprinkled like the clues throughout the show, and there was a build-up. That it wasn't like a climax that was just inserted just to be a climax. Is what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say before I passed the torch. Okay, now I pass the torch.
Yeah. All right. I also
really liked the part where I'm just kidding.
The guy, what's his name? Oh my God, Kogane, the prince, the rich, the spoiled rich kid, the Oja-sama, except he's a boy. The male Oja-sama. He should... Okay, that's what the show is missing. It was missing the Oja-sama laugh. He should have done it. But he did the next best thing, where he was the... he, like, worked for the... what do you call it? The gas station where...
The convenience store?
Anzu works. The convenience store where Anzu worked, which is kind of the same thing. Convenience gas station. Close enough.
Not really.
It was really funny because he became, like, famous really quickly. Everyone's like, oh, they like his attitude. He's so aloof. And I just thought that was a funny part. I pretty much liked most of the scenes with him because he was like very straightforward about like wanting to date her, whereas the other two boys are more shy about it.
No, he didn't want. No, at first he was all like, "I don't like that she's not infatuated with me. We have to fix this."
Yeah, I'm saying compared to the other boys, he was. I guess the most obvious was Riri because he was just trying to egg everybody on, but Riri's like, "Oh, we've already kissed and done everything. We're going on a date. We're in love." Like, that's what, just to make everyone jealous. But yeah, you're right. The prince was trying to. It was more like narcissistic. He just wanted everyone to love him. So,
but he was a good character though. I thought he was, because at first, right, he's like, "Oh god, now we have the doucher," right? But like, no, he's actually like. He's one of those people who, like, Anzu kind of breaks down, which is another part of the show I like, which I'll mention in a sec after, Danny's thoughts here. But, any other thoughts, Nick? Like, the favorite parts that you liked?
There's a part where, was her friend, I think.
Saki?
Saki. Oh, shoot. Oh, okay, there's a funny part where they were, Anzu was in an argument with like the Yarrow girls or the other girls who were infatuated with
Kanzuki.
with Kazuki. It's not Kanzuki, Sam. It's Kazuki. There's no N.
Kazuki. That's what I said.
All right. I always nitpick names, even though
you don't remember 90% of them. Yeah.
I don't remember shit. Yeah, but yeah. Okay, so there's the girls were arguing with Anzu, and Kazuki and Junta were both like eavesdropping.
Yeah.
And they were talking about, and I think what was it? Riri was there too, right?
Riri
shows up.
Riri shows up as their human form.
And it's just like bullying the other girl. I forget her name, but the girl who liked Kazuki's and is talking about boobs and stuff like that, and like, oh, what's your cup size and all that. I just thought that was kind of a funny scene. And they're like, I was just like, how long were you listening? He's like, oh, we were listening on purpose the whole time. He just says it like, I thought that was funny. I wasn't dropping no weave, sir. Honest.
It's like the
confounded all Samwise Gamgee.
The comedic timing of like some of those situations are done really well. Like, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was just like kind of straight faced. He said it, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Junta was all like, "No, we weren't eavesdropping," and then Kazuki was all like, "Nope, I was eavesdropping. I was."
Yeah, I
deliberately wanted to eavesdrop.
Yeah. Now they have to go on an adventure to drop a ring into a volcano.
So, Danny, what were some of your favorite parts of?
Well, the first episode definitely is.
That's a really good one.
A really,
it is a really good
good
first half,
kicker. Yeah. You meet Anzu, and like obviously she loves video games, her cat, and chocolate and everything, and that whole thing, that whole scenario of just her, playing this bad game and then realizing that she's a part of this game of romance kind of thing, and she doesn't believe Riri, so she's like gallivanting throughout the house, like trying to get Momohiki to look at her, and then all of a sudden her parents move to the US and they take Momohiki with them, and then she runs to the convenience store and all the chocolates are gone, and she's just so distraught. She's like, what am I gonna do? So that was definitely a really good first impression to start off the show. I really enjoyed the parts with Tsukasa, especially with when it started raining, and he kind of started opening up to Anzu a little bit more, especially by the park. And she like tried to mask like his hotness by putting Momohiki in front of his face, or something to just distract her from not like kind of falling for him and stuff. That was really great. Their date, honestly, it was really great with them going shopping, and how Tsukasa was just all like, comfy clothes are great, but like when you're going out in public, like you should actually wear normal clothes. And so that was really awesome to see, and in a way I kind of relate to Tsukasa, because I'm working on James and trying to present himself a little bit more, and putting in more of an effort when going out and stuff. So I definitely relate to Tsukasa with that kind of thing, and I really enjoyed their date and everything. I am not a fan of Mr. Rich Boy.
How dare you?
I'm not really a fan of the snobby rich kid. Like, oh, you don't
snobs.
love me? Oh, that's not good. Like, let me just grab you on this date and like buy you this $900 dress and all this jewelry and stuff. So I wasn't really a big fan, although like the events that happen down the line close to the end of the episode, I definitely really liked him then. He's still not my favorite character. I really enjoy Junta and like his humbleness and stuff, and Tsukasa. Like those two characters, I think are honestly my favorite out of the entire cast. Minus Anzu. I'm not counting Anzu because she's the main character and she's obviously great in her own way. And especially when she gets like those ugly faces and stuff, those are just hilarious.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
And whenever she like starts, freaking
she does the thing that the girl does in Golden Kamuy where she turns into an old lady.
Yeah. And just like these like masculine, manly, like JoJo star faces, especially when she's
funny.
like wrestling Riri and stuff. Those are hilarious. So, yeah. I mean, I really, even though they are making fun of the romantic tropes. And I kind of like some of the romantic tropes that they did in actual like shoujo and romance shows. But I really did enjoy the events that happened. Personally, I think I like the ending a lot more than anything else in the show. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, dude. You know what? Like, that's one of the parts I liked about it the most as well. It's like, because like I shit on those romantic tropes all the time, and you know what I mean. And it's like, stupid. You know what I mean? And I've been regarded as a person who hates romance shows. That has definitely changed. Over the course of me being on this podcast, and now I like a lot of them. That being said, it was nice to have one where they kind of, made a little meta joke out of it and was like, oh, but no, like, we're gonna inject these in forcefully and show you we're doing it,
Right.
and see how it plays out.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
like even the episode titles, you know what I mean? Is like one of them is a reincarnated in another world date, like,
Yeah, they had cool episode titles.
Yeah, they were pretty funny. My life has become a dating sim, like literally.
Goosebumps. I am a goose now.
The childhood friend is easy mode.
It's easy mode.
Ginger ale is a force majeure. Oh my god, what a weird.
What is that?
Goosebumps. I am a goose now.
Yeah.
That's episode 8.
Force majeure. That's like that's like COVID.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Kinda.
I completely forgot. Okay. Another really, like, honestly, I think my favorite episode was when they went to the summer festival, and it was mainly kind of like about Saki and like what happened with her and everything like that, and the really cute moment between Saki and Mako. What the heck is
Not gonna work here anymore.
Yeah, not gonna work here anymore.
Makoto.
Anyway. Fuck. Tongue twister right now. Makoto.
Was it the guy who...
Makoto. Sukasa's friend that like hangs around
I literally said Makoto like 2 seconds.
I know, but like my brain, it's not working. I'm sorry.
I am the walrus.
Yeah.
I am the
walrus.
Shut the fuck up, Donnie.
Yeah, but like that whole moment with like Saki's ex kind of real honestly like just talking shit about her and like saying that she's an ice queen and everything like that to his friends and stuff, and Makoto.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, and Makoto like saw that, Saki was feeling really uncomfortable, and like he just grabbed her out of that and just like left the situation, because that I was just like, oh, are you two gonna get together? Because I want you to get together, because that was really sweet. So, I don't know.
No, the other guy was spreading rumors. Wait. Was Makoto the good guy or the bad guy?
Makoto was the good guy.
Okay, the other guy was the bad guy. That's right.
Yes.
Yeah. Which like
that's kind of what the show is. Like it starts funny, and then in the last like half or so, it gets pretty serious. But it's still kind of funny at times. So.
Well, that's what I was.
You get into the characters' backstories a little bit.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna say. What I liked next, right? Because it was kind of like it started out as the show where Anzu needed more romance in her life because she's too obsessed with video games, cats, and sweets or chocolates. But then
she has to make babies because nobody else is.
But then it turns out that everyone else that gets forced into her life needed her.
Yes.
And that's before or after. And so like Sasaki was one of the characters who was one of her friends before who told her story, which was kind of cool. Like, okay, I was kind of like, okay, why are they going into her flashback here? But like, no, it was perfect. The reason why is because it was to add to Anzu's character. It's like, no, that's just how she is. And that's why I'm sure that's why Kazuki and Junta are also gravitating to her, you know, and that's why Hijiri is gravitating to her, you know, and it was just kind of like really cool. It was this really cool moment. And she was explaining how this one guy spread rumors about her because he tried to get fresh with her. And that was the guy that Danny mentioned at the festival being a dickbag.
Yeah.
And Makoto took her away from it. And that's what I like about it too, because like it was very cool. Like these kids were real kids, you know, they're just children, right? And they're 15, 16, 17 years old. And they're actually fucking, you know, I mean, kids are smart. Teens are smart enough to know when their friends are in distress.
Yeah.
Or in danger. And, you know, like it was just really cool to see these moments where like Anzu would step in for somebody or defend somebody when they weren't around. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Those are your real friends,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
Your real friends will talk shit to your face and talk good when you're not around.
Yeah.
And it's the reverse when they're not real friends, right? So
Yeah.
like it was just really fucking cool to see that dynamic written
Yeah.
the way it was written.
I definitely, I think this show is definitely, I would say, a revolution to like modern romance, because there is that trope where there is a character and, you know, something happens to them, but they actually say no, but then when they go back to school, like literally that guy or whoever just automatically just starts rumors about them, and then the whole entire school obviously knows, and they just like shun the person because of those rumors, and now they're by themselves, and now they're lonely, they're depressed, and all that kind of stuff. So that is definitely like a theme that kind of happens.
Completely ruins their life.
Right. Yeah. So and I mean, it's similar to Tsukasa's situation too. The whole, do we want to say what happens to him, or do we want to?
Yeah, we're in the spoiler section, but I want to interject something really quick too.
Okay, go ahead.
That trope you mentioned where, you know, rumors get spread about a character and their life gets ruined. That's why this show is cool, because
someone
they
is standing up for somebody. Yeah,
they shut it down quick.
Right.
They didn't let it happen. And that's why it was really good too, because this show itself is called Romantic Killer because Anzu declares herself to become the romantic killer. But like, it's also kind of works two ways, because the show is killing those tropes. Like, no, it doesn't have to be this way. These are real people, and in real life, you would go confront that person and tell them to fuck off.
Yeah.
You would defend yourself. So like, that's kind of what I like. But anyway, yeah, the climax, what Danny is about to mention with Tsukasa, all these little things sprinkled in, what I mentioned earlier, these things sprinkled in about Tsukasa's backstory, Kazuki's backstory, and why he lives by himself, or why he did, and all that. What were you gonna say, Danny? Sorry.
Yeah. So like, I was gonna say another kind of shoujo trope is the character's parents kind of blame set character for leading somebody on. And that's what Tsukasa's dad does to him with his stalker.
The stalker chick.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, the stalker chick. That was like the dramatic climax.
Right.
This is the climax. Yeah.
Yeah. So in that whole kind of like scene where Yukana, she like finds out where Tsukasa is and stuff, and she confronts Anzu, you know, saying that she's his girlfriend and she's been looking for him, and, you know, people have been wanting us to be separated, but it's true love, blah, blah, blah. And then that's kind of when Tsukasa's PTSD kicks in, when he actually sees her and everything, and shit hits the fan really, really quick. But Anzu kind of like pulls him out of the situation and brings him into the house. And that's kind of when he breaks down and confesses like why he lives by himself and stuff. And then that's kind of when it goes into his whole backstory and stuff, and how he actually used to be like a really sweet and, you know, upbeat
Just regular guy,
and he would like be friends with anybody. And a situation happened with, he just picked up a bag because somebody fell or whatever, and he picked it up, and, you know, all hell just broke loose and stuff. And, you know, she started buying him gifts and sending them to his house, but like instead of putting her own name, she like made a whole bunch of accounts with Tsukasa's mom's name on them and everything. And Tsukasa's dad was yelling at Kazuki and saying like, this is your fault, why did you lead her on, and
you're such a people pleaser.
Yeah, like
he was victim blaming him,
literally victim blaming him. And that's like another kind of trope that happens in anime a lot. And the fact that Arisa and his mom was all like, he's the victim, like it wasn't his fault. And that also happened again at the end when Anzu got scratched by Yukana when she had the knife and everything.
She went full yandere, yeah.
Literally went full yandere, and I was just like, holy shit. So another like romantic trope that happens in anime. So like I really enjoy, that's why I really enjoyed kind of like the end, really, because I would have never thought that they would have added that yandere trope into like a romance kind of thing.
But they made it. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say like it's. I mean, obviously, I mean, look at the cover art. The cover art is not like, it's so happy and like, you know that you're gonna have like a good time with this show because it's very bright. There's like a lot of like bright colors. And you wouldn't really expect something like a yandere character to be in this type of show. So the fact that they put that in was really interesting to me. And I mean, I'm not a huge fan of yandere stuff, and I'm really not looking forward to the School Days review, which is actually next week. So...
I'll change your mind,
Spotify ratings.
You're gonna like that show, or
but
else.
That's what I was gonna say too, because like I'm like, okay, well, how are they gonna end this, right? Like
right.
I'm halfway through the show. I'm like, how are they gonna end this? Is she gonna choose someone? What are we gonna do? And then no, they added this like stalker element, but it wasn't added. It was sprinkled throughout the whole show.
Yeah.
Because like there were when they went to the
it
mall,
explains why Tsukasa had the hat on the whole time.
Right.
Why he was embarrassed and everything, because she was a stalker and he got like anxiety from it.
From girls just approaching him.
Mm-hmm,
and
like staring at him,
this, like,
approaching him, kind of,
This shit does not happen in real life. No man is that attractive. If they are, I mean, that's not true. Some people are, but that's why I don't go outside. I got the same reason. I feel it.
I think the amount of girls that were approaching him was definitely a little over the top. Like that's not
maybe that's a thing in Japan. I don't know.
That's not super realistic, but like it was kind of like, and I think they put it in there just to kind of amplify his backstory and his anxiety.
I mean, it's an anime. They're trying to point it out. So, yeah.
But maybe some of those girls weren't trying to approach him at all, and maybe he just.
I think a lot of it was in his head, actually.
Yeah,
like when he was waiting for Anzu.
PTSD kind of thing.
Shopping.
I mean, he experienced, something really scary in his life, and to eliminate and get out of that situation. Now he's living by himself. So like, and when
not no more, he ain't. He's with Anzu.
Well, I meant before and stuff, and why he was very uncomfortable when Anzu went to the bathroom or something like that. Like he started to have his panic attack because he's not used to just like being alone. Like he doesn't want to be alone in a public area. He would just go to when he was like by himself and not hang out with Anzu a lot. He would just go to school, go home, go to work, go home, go to school, and repeat
with his hat.
With his hat on, yeah. Anytime he needed to go outside, like he would put his hat on.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Which he was so handsome, the hat barely did anything.
He just has that trauma, and he was by himself, so like he's in his thoughts all the time. Whereas now he has Anzu to kind of like open up to, and he even admitted it to his sister that, you know, he feels, and even Junta for that matter, he admits that he feels comfortable being around Anzu. Like he feels like he doesn't have to put a mask on every time when he's around her. So
yeah, like it's
well, she introduces herself to him by dressing as frumpy as possible.
Yeah,
like she tucks in her pajamas and stuff.
Because she's trying to like fuck off with the Otome shit, which is funny.
Yeah, she's trying to foil the Otome wizard. So,
but like, I think like, and that's what I liked about the climax too, is like, because again, the way it was sprinkled in, like, you know, when his sister comes to visit and he's like explaining it to her.
Okay,
like,
she's fucking hot, by the way.
Dude, she was fine.
Like,
Yeah,
she was
like,
fine as wine.
She was just like Ori Monogatari, dude. It's the same shit.
She was like, Kazuki and his sister need to be a protected species. But like,
that's true.
Like, that was another kind of clue to what was happening to him, which was kind of nice. It was the thing they sprinkled in there when they sprinkled in the stalker thing. Was like, she was like, I thought you couldn't be around girls, you know, because of whatever. And he was like, no, like, it's different, you know. And
this girl hit different.
She hit different, dude. God. But like, I will say this too, really quick, and I don't want to get too much into it because I don't like to talk about it. But like, you know, I've had a stalker, you know, and I am still scared even to like make a new Twitter or Instagram, because like I would see the notification there and I would immediately start like either crying or like panicking, and that's not even as scary because this stalker was in the area, right?
Yeah.
Like, imagine
like
this was
literally
somebody...
saw a picture of Kazuki and immediately went on the internet to find out where that picture was taken, like where it was, what town.
She
Boom.
Triangulated it. She did the 4chan where they found Shia LaBeouf from a fucking star chart or some shit.
Who posted it? Oh, this person lives there. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Blah blah. And so the you know, my situation, the person's in a different state, but like it's very scary. Like, even so, you know, so like
humans are soft, dude. We are easily fucking scarred, all of us.
Yeah, and so even now talking about it, I'm getting like frustrated. But either way, I know what that's like, and it's very scary. So like, you know, when he was getting the panic attacks, I'm like, dude, I just wanted to get in there and like hold his hand and be like, bro,
it's
I got
okay.
you.
Yeah, I got you.
You know, let me hold you a little bit. And then Anzu went in for the hug, and I was like, okay, good,
like,
good,
stop
good,
me
good.
if you hate this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, hold him. Hold his ass.
That was epic, bro.
Just get a piece of that ass.
she squeezes him. She
but
puts her finger like right in there.
Just right in there.
She gives them the what do they call it, concho or whatever? Where
the concho.
They put their fingers up their butt. God.
But anyway,
that would hurt.
Later the stalker gets taken care of, and maybe we don't have to say that part, but
she gets erased.
Something like that.
No, not really.
But like, yeah, I
mean, we've already spoiled a lot of it, so
I think it's a decent show. It was a nice conclusion. So
I'm hoping there's more.
It was a solid show. It was they've done all the volumes, right?
I don't know.
Have they not?
Actually,
it's 4 volumes, 12 episodes, right?
They made it seem like there was supposed to be more.
Oh, maybe there'll be like a O and A or something. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I feel like they'd have to. I don't know. Is it completely finished?
I have no idea. The manga's done. It's 39 chapters in 4 volumes. I don't know how far the anime went with that, but
if they did more, it would have to be like a short thing. It would not be a whole other season for sure.
Yeah, because there was a lot in this show just for 12 episodes. Like, there was a lot of it. So.
The manga has a lower score than the anime, which I find funny.
It's probably because of animation wise and stuff.
Or anime versus manga.
Probably like the ending or something. Usually that's how it goes.
I'm sure that manga score is going to climb up now. Man, people
are going to probably want to read it more now. Yeah.
No reviews on Mal. What the heck?
But yeah, any final thoughts on the show? What did you guys think of the? We didn't even talk about this. We should have said it. But like, I did like the OP and the ED. I think they were funny. Riri was talking.
through it.
Yeah, at the beginning of the ED, Riri is just like, fanfare, let's go, and he's like saying they're saying all this stuff. It was really funny. But like the OP is really nice. This is like the OP is a perfect example of like, doesn't spoil anything. It shows all the characters, kind of doing their thing, what kind of role they might have in the show, It was a very nice OP, and the song was really cute. Of course, it was kind of your average song, but it was really nice.
I couldn't listen to it enough because I was on crunch time. I needed to watch it fast.
Yeah, Netflix.
Did you watch it 1.5 speed?
No,
Netflix
I didn't watch it that
1.5.
that fast. I just skipped the OP and EDs. That's all.
Come on, Danny. Join the dark side.
Nope, I am good. It's bad enough that I had to watch School Days, okay?
Strike me down.
Strike me down. Yeah, very decent. So, any final thoughts though on the? I guess that was my final thought. Is the OP and ED are really nice too, I suppose.
Yeah, we should have mentioned that. Yeah, I'll give my final thoughts. So it was a good, solid rom-com. Yeah, the Kudere male, the childhood friend, the narcissist male, and the main girl. And then you had a bunch of drama in there interspersed, and it was nice that they went into the perspectives of the other characters that weren't just her.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't just Anzu.
Yeah.
Which I want that in almost every show if possible, because otherwise it feels kind of hollow. It feels like everyone's like an NPC. I want to be able to hear their thoughts.
Sure. Yeah.
Which the show did at the end, so that's good. So yeah, I recommend it. I think it's a great. It's a good rom-com to jump into if you like. What do you call it? Nozaki-kun, my villainous otome game. What is it? I can never remember the title of this one. My Next Life is a Villainous. That's another one that would be somewhat similar to this. Gekkan Shoujo Nozaki is not that similar. It's like a tiny bit similar. That one's more comedy than drama. But there's a red-haired female, so there you go.
Kiss Him, Not Me.
Kiss Him, Not Me. Yeah, that's on the page as well. That was a while since I watched that one. Yeah, those would be ones that would be somewhat similar to this. If you like those, you would enjoy this as well.
Love is Hard
can I give it
Otaku as well.
Can I give it a score? Oh yeah, I'm gonna give it a score. I'm gonna give it 6 broken condoms.
What the hell?
To improve the Japanese birth rate out of 10.
God, what the fuck?
Gotta fix that birth rate, Japan.
Oh,
There's no sex in this show.
Do you want to give a final thought and score?
I mean, I liked it. I wouldn't say I loved it. I mean, obviously, I enjoy other types of like rom-coms. Like Monthly Girls Nozaki-kun is hilarious. If you haven't watched that one, please check it out. It's really great. I think I really like that one a lot more than any other rom-com I've ever seen. I would say the animation was just a little bit lackluster, but whenever Anzu was like in her masculine phase and she just started like going gorilla on
her Fist of the North Star.
Yeah, like literally
Yeah.
on Riri and stuff, like that shit was hilarious. Like I loved that stuff. That was
Danny, you forgot Kaguya's Love is War. That's the best rom-com.
okay. I mean, that is a good one, but I'm
Nah, this
talking.
one's way better.
It's like Nozaki-kun is definitely more similar to this versus Kaguya.
Yeah, you got a red-haired girl.
Kaguya-sama. So
It's superficially similar.
anyway, but yeah, like I really liked it. I mean, even James watched it with me too. So and he and I were just like looking at each other anytime like an obvious like trope just happened, and the two of us were just all like, what a coincidence. Like, so we enjoyed ourselves with all that kind of thing. For a score, I'm giving it a 7.5 out of Riri's wands being flung into poop. Out of 10.
Yeah, I think this is better than Kaguya-sama. Kaguya-sama sucks. Even though
You haven't
I've
even
never
watched
seen
Kaguya-sama.
Yeah, but I've seen reviews on YouTube, so.
All right. Actually, you know what, Sam? You're right.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I won't be a hypocrite. You know what? YouTube reviews matter more than the actual show itself.
But that being said,
Unironically.
no, yeah, like jokes aside, like I really like this one. I think it's a really nice show. It might be a Netflix sleeper, maybe not. I think everyone's already on the train now, but it's really good. I thought it was really nice. It was a really nice show. Very cool ending. Very nice ending. And I love the characters. I love the way they're written together and how they interact and stuff like that. Production is, it's just okay. It's fine.
It's
I
very
think it's above average.
honestly, I think this is their stepping stone for I don't even know how to pronounce the studio's name.
More into like the more bigger projects and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Domerica.
Yeah.
Domerica.
Domerica.
It's D-O-America. Yeah.
D-O-America.
But like America. But
Fuck yeah.
I give it. I give. What did Danny give it? What did Nick?
I gave it a 7.5.
Okay.
I gave it a 6.
I give it a 7 cats out of 10 cats.
Momohiki.
Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna change mine. 6 melted chocolate bars. There we go. That's a little funnier. 6 flaky chocolate bars. You know how they get those white? You know how they get those white flakes on them?
I do like how
ashy. They turn ashy.
When Riri was taking her stuff away, they didn't even take away the chocolates. They just removed the.
They just removed the chocolates off of the things that had chocolate on them.
So her chocolate.
No, they removed them from like everywhere. She couldn't find them in stores.
Yeah, she couldn't even go to the store. Yeah, but the ones that she had on her were like instead of chocolate almonds, they were just almonds.
Yeah.
And then it was the Pocky crackers was just the sticks.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, I thought that was hilarious. But yeah, anyway, yeah, very nice show. I think y'all should watch it if you haven't. For those of you that did watch it, what did you think? Let us know. Let us know the next Netflix thing you want us to watch. And next week is, School Days. If you guys have not seen School Days, we're making Danny review it because she, it's a
on
big
Crunchyroll.
joke. It's a big Anime Summit meme at this point, and we just got to fucking...
We just got to do it now.
Danny said that she would watch it if we got to 100 Spotify ratings. That's what we're doing. And otherwise, let us know the next Netflix thing you think you should watch. I really want to watch High Rise Invasion because I'm into like battle royale shit. Survival shit is very fun for me to watch. But yeah, any other shows on Netflix? Let us know. That being said, I love you guys very much. Thanks for listening every week, and all your support. And dude, as the holidays roll through, happy Turkey Day, whatever you celebrate. I don't know, happy eating a turkey, whatever. Also, let us know your favorite side dishes. Anything that's not green bean casserole is wrong. Just say that right now.
Or anything that's corn. That sends.
I get enough corn in my diet.
They don't like any corn.
They just said they didn't like cream.
Cornbread. Cornbread
no,
is good.
All of their that tier ranker list that Jeremy posted, a lot of corn was not on like I'll take a hard pass. Like they're like
I put everything in the
corn.
God tier except wine.
Yeah, me and Nick just put everything in S and then put wine, and I put squash in the bottom.
I fucking love squash, dude. Put some fucking
who
cinnamon
eats
in that
squash?
shit. Or no, yes,
Can
brown
be a nice
sugar.
soup.
Sorry.
Butternut
Hold on a
squash
second.
it could be made into a nice soup. I've had some
Nah,
butternut
dude.
squash
Hell
soup.
yeah,
It's
dude.
pretty
Sam,
good.
you're missing out.
Who goes to the fucking stove and goes, man, I want a squash right
Dude,
now.
I actually have a butternut squash sitting on my
That's
counter.
what I'm talking about, Danny. White
It's
people
old.
food.
It's old now.
White
Like it's
people.
probably not good at all. Like I should just throw it out. I've had it for months.
Yeah.
No, Danny, as a white person, you have to eat it.
No.
Yeah.
That's what we
it's,
do.
It's gonna go in the garbo.
Oh, just put it outside to the squirrels.
It's gonna turn into that Toys in the Attic Cowboy Bebop episode for you, Danny. You better hurry up.
Ganymede rock lobster. You remember when that happened? That was crazy. Anyways, thank you guys for listening every week. I love you guys. I always love you just the way you are. I've been Sam. That's been Nick. That's been Danny. And we've